Hey guys, here we are for round 3. We are going to be on the play, and let's have a quick look, see what our opponent is playing. Let's have a look here. So it looks like Delver Blade, Esper Delver apparently. Okay. This hand is just fine. We've got the turn 2 Green Sun Zenith for the birds. Hopefully we can draw into a little bit of either like a Mirror Crusader or maybe a hero. Okay, so we're gonna definitely get a Green Sun for birds. And then if need be, use birds plus sword to get there. So it does have the gut shot, okay. So setting up Delver for turn 3. Now, what we could do is we could just go ahead and drop Green Sun for Strangleroot Geist, which I think is probably going to be our play if we don't see anything else come up. We could also drop Green Sun for birds, but Geist seems a little bit better right here because then we can use Birthing Pod to get Geist into something else more useful, like a Mirror Crusader, and then also get a sword on that. Alright, so he's got Mana Leak back up. He's probably just going to sit on Leak at this point and just bash in. Okay, so now we definitely want to have Sword next turn. You know, what he could do, of course, he could also just go Snapcaster into Leak for next turn as well to get even more value. So here, I mean, what we could do is we could drop Birthing Pod. We could just like smoke him out with this Strangleroot Geist. It's like whatever we play, he's going to counter for sure. What do we want more? I think next turn what we could do is we could go. Ideally, we want to be able to go Sword into Equip, but I think what's going to happen is next turn we're going to go. See, what do we want more, I guess? Like next turn we want to be able to go Sword into Equip, but if he has the backup Snapcaster, we want to be able to have 2 plays. So I think actually we're going to go ahead and drop Pod here, have it countered, the next turn drop Sword. If it doesn't get countered, then we can equip, and if it does, we can have Strangleroot Geist back up. So I think I like that. Now, the question is, do we play this here for 3? And I think we... Because if we play it for 3, then we can theoretically get more value out of Strangleroot Geist. Most likely he will counter it, so the life might actually matter here. I think we're going to assume he's going to counter and drop it for 4. think we're going to bash first and then drop it for 4. full expecting it to be countered. Okay, so now he probably has Snapcaster Leak backup. Or at the very least, Snapcaster into Gut Shot. You could also just have Vapor Snag here and really just get us. The problem is we can't really play around everything. So I think we're just going to go drop Sword out and see what he does. We could also just Garrick here and try to get his Insect. I guess I want to try to go for Sword. Well, here's the thing. If we go for the Sword play, he could have Vapor Snag to blow us out, or he could have Mana Leak. If we go for the Garrick play, he could have Mana Leak, and that's basically it. And if he has Snag, doesn't really matter as much, just because if he snags his own guy, we don't even care. So it sort of stops the pressure a little bit, but at the same time, we don't get two plays if he does have the leak, so we're more blown out if he has Mana Leak. Is it worth it? I think I'd rather go for the Sword. No, I think I'd rather go for Garrick here, to be honest. I mean, like, locking out his Insect is going to be so much worth it for us if we can do it. So if he doesn't have Leak, I think we're in a better position here. I think there's fewer cards in his deck that just beat us here, but yeah, so he had the Snag. So I mean, like, there, if we had gone for the Sword play into Equip, we would have gotten completely blown out and probably lost the game. Okay, so now I think we just do. I mean, we could go. Yeah, we just go double Geist. Who am I kidding? So if we draw land next turn, we can go you know, equip into re-equip if we have to. And that was actually a misplay there. Tap the wrong mana. Ugh. Now we can't replay Strangler Geist. Ugh, yuck. Should have left up the extra green just so that we could replay Geist if he runs the Vapor Snag. But looks like it may not matter because now he's just going to Vapor Snag. Hopefully he does it now during our main phase. Thank God. So now we can re-equip. But we easily could have paid for that there if he'd waited. Okay, so he's got Lingering Souls. Luckily no white sources. We could just go Stranglergeist into Destiny. We kind of want to gain some life here, but I mean... So let's see, basically, I mean, if we connect, he's already dead, is the thing. And I want to be able to replay Stranglergeist, especially if he has like Snapcaster to snag, which we have to assume. So like if we put, I suppose if we put Destiny on this Geist here, then like if he bounces this one, he still takes 6. I think it's probably worth it to just go for it. So like now he has Snapcaster for Vapor Snag, and then it blocks the other Geist. I think that's pretty much what happens. Okay, very happy he does not have white sources. So we know he has 4 cards in hand, just because he's been missing land drops. Could potentially have like another Snapcaster here. But definitely we knew he drew the land. What's his play here? Probably Delver, maybe? Oh, Dungeon Geists. Yeah. Nice thing though is that we can re-equip with haste, force him to block, go to 1. Okay. And I mean, here we might as well just play the new sword and equip it. Because I mean, he's definitely blocking here. Actually, that was a misplay. He goes to 1 and kills us. Never mind. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Would it have been any different, though, if we'd re-equipped? Swing for 4, gain 1, go to 5, we still die. Yeah, I think he's just got us dead to rights, fortunately. Yeah, so it wouldn't have actually mattered even if we had left a sword in hand re-equipped. He still goes to 1 and wins on the table. Alright. So against Delver we want, let's see here, Daybreak Ranger, Misstep, Spellskite. Probably O-Ring also. I mean, not sure about O-Ring just because if he has Drog Soul Cap and they don't really do much. Probably Cutting Corruptor. Acidic Slime, not as good. Cutting Feast and Famine. Probably cutting Destiny here just because we can get blown out so easily by Snap. Or by Snag, I should say. Okay, so here we're at 60. Don't know if we want Birthing Pod or Living Room here. I think it's going to be one or the other. I'm not sure which. I mean, Birthing Pod definitely gets us into our threats. Maybe like shave an elf for an O-ring. Kind of go like this. We could also put in Thrun, actually. Thrun is actually very viable. Kind of slow, but... Okay, so this hand is fine. So now our hope is to go turn 2 War and Peace, and then turn 3 Equip. We could do that, or we could just do the Strangler Geist. Although I kind of like getting War and Peace on the table right now. This kind of forces his hand. If he doesn't have something here, he's just kind of blown out. Because now we can just equip, see what he does. And then if he Vapor Snags, I suppose he Vapor Snags in combat, which is unfortunate, but if he doesn't have the Vapor Snag, it's pretty rough. So I guess here we just go ahead and drop Geist. I think we do drop another forest here just to make sure that he can't counter it. I mean, obviously if he mana leaks here, I think we're fine. We just attack him anyways. No, we don't care about that. So now he plays Dungeon Geists. And I think we just Garrick his guy here, or we just play Mirren Crusader and re-equip Sword and laugh all of our way to the bank. Kind of like that. Now he chumps with Geist. Or no, we just play Garrick and win. Kind of like that play. Yeah, and that's okay. He just gave us a game. Alright. So do we want Thrun? I'm not sure we want Thrun in this deck. I mean, he is a little slow. Like, he can't be countered, which is you know, valuable, I think, but we're not blocking anything on the ground anyways. I think Pod is probably a little bit better for what we want to be doing. The question is, do we want another Oblivion Ring? I guess we haven't seen Captain yet. I mean, he probably is running Captain. I think just because it's more of a fast kind of game, I want to cut a Pod and bring an O-Ring. Yeah. we want to have answers, you know, or if he goes Captain with no follow-up, like no image behind it. So this hand is just fine. We can get the turn 3 hero with the Green Sun. Unfortunately, he does have the turn 1 Delver to go with it, though. Hopefully he misses here. And he does not. Okay. Yuck. Hopping Delver, that's pretty disgusting. What is our play? I think like, no matter what, we're not gonna be playing Hero next turn. We want to be playing Daybreak Ranger. The question is, do we want to get Bird? If we get Bird, how does that help us? We have like 4 mana next turn. I don't think, honestly, we care. I think we just go Stranger Geist. Beat down. Trying to not die. We might just be dead on the table here, unfortunately. Because he's got Vapor Snag backup, so we need to be going for the O-Ring just to slow it down. So let's see what happens here. We drop to 11, and then the O-Ring this guy, go to 8, try to stabilize, he Vapor Snags us. We go to 7, go to 4. We might stabilize at 1. So let's see if we bash in. Yuck. probably just drop Snapcaster with Bashing for 5 next turn. We might just be cold to that. Don't know that we're really racing here. Alright, I think we O-ring. The thing is, I'm not sure if we attack here, because like if we attack and he doesn't block and he drops Snapcaster, he bashes us for 5, takes us to 6. Yeah. Then next turn we drop down to 3. Yuck. So at the same time we have to race him. We just have to assume he doesn't have Snapcaster, or if he has it, then he won't use it. Because I think that we're already losing. Okay, then that's fine. So at this point, if he pretty much has anything, we're pretty much dead. Okay, Garrick pretty much needs to resolve for us to win this game. Because I mean, like any other card, even Daybreak here doesn't really save us. We need to kill this thing now. He has the fleet. I think it's game. Otherwise, we can drop hero here, I suppose. Then we go to 4. And next turn we bash in, take him down 7. And drop Garrick the next turn to kill his guy. I think we just really need to kill his token right now. Like if he's got the leak, I think it's pretty much game over. Alright, so now he makes a guy, gets us to 6. Then next turn we drop Daybreak plus Geist, I think. Or maybe Daybreak plus Green Sun for a blocker. But I really like Garrick here just because we can start edicting his tokens here. Edicting his tokens, and hopefully, yeah, I can't speak. But yeah, hopefully we can use Garrick to stabilize. So he's pretty deep in the tank here. I assume his play is going to be, he's probably considering whether he wants to Snapcaster for no value to get Garrick down. Okay, guess not. So now he probably shrinks Garrick just so Garrick can't kill him. And then I think we drop Strangleroot Geist, use Garrick to go get another creature. Although I'm not sure what creature we want. Yeah, okay, so he's shrinking Garrick, and that's fine. Okay, so there's his mana lake, so he probably is set up with Snapcaster at this point. So if we're going to get something through, it's got to be this turn. Which means we've got to push Hero through this turn. Yuck. I guess that means we make a token? That actually works, because then we can use Garrick's third ability. Although, for nothing, never mind. What is the play here? We really want Hero to get through, but at the same time, well, no, I think we go for Hero here. I think it is worth pushing it, because if he doesn't have a Snapcaster yet. He can Snapcaster snag it, though, which does kind of suck. Otherwise, what creatures can we go find? Let's have a look here. What can we go look for? We can go and get a Geist. We can get a Hero, Mirren Crusader. Get Spellskite. Yeah, I don't think it's any too interesting for us to get with Garrick. I think we just push Hero here. It's like now he probably goes Snapcaster Snag on the Hero. But at least we have the Wolf token to block. Okay. So basically at this point we can drop Geist, and then Green Sun for Geist, and then just push at everybody. Like, what does he have? He probably has Snapcaster? Maybe Dungeon Geists? Probably Dungeon Geists, I'm thinking. Okay, so he's got the Snapcaster for Snag on Hero. Okay, so now... Alright, let's see, what's the play? We could have Garrick go find us a creature. Not entirely sure it's worth it at this point. I think we just want to make another wolf. If we drop Hero, then we can drop Strangler Geist also. Bash him for 2, or we could drop Spellskite. Spellskite would be nice to prevent him from like Dungeon Geisting our Hero, which I think is probably very, very relevant right now. So I think we drop Hero here. Hopefully he does not have the third leak. And he does have the third leak. Yuck. Alright. That's rough. Because now we just drop Strangleroot Geist and start bashing. And I think we just bash with Geist just because we don't want him to be able to bounce our wolf and then also swing for 3. So now, let's see, what's the play? There's Lingering Souls. Yuck. So he gets us to 4, plays Lingering Souls, has us to 1. I think this next turn we Green Sun for another Strangler Geist. And then make a wolf. And then if we can buff up our guys, maybe? Okay, I guess he wants to make the token. Yuck. So we have to block here. If we go to 4, he has his dead on the table next turn. Yuck. 2, 4, this guy's dead. So if we're dead next turn anyways, if we don't block, then he makes 2 flyers. We pump our guys up, give them trample. So that's 2, 5. Well, let's see, so if we draw land, what happens here? So if we draw land, nope, still not enough. So let's see, 2, 4, 7, and then +1/+1. 8, 9, 10, not enough. Man, what can we draw to get ourselves out of this mess? Another Garrick doesn't help us. 6 line, War and Peace. I think we pretty much need War and Peace. It's pretty much our only draw. So I think we do want to block here, actually. Okay. Hero is not going to do it. I think that, unfortunately, is game. Because, I mean, even like if we Green Sun for Acidic Slime, he still just makes the guy in response. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else we can pick up to possibly get ourselves out of this? I think this might just be game. We can't put enough pressure on for it to matter. Like, I think basically our thing is we just drop Hero and then just, I mean, if he doesn't see it, but I think, yeah, I'm sure he sees it, so it's probably just game over. No, it isn't. It's not game over. Because we drop Hero, we Green Sun for Bird, for a blocker, and then make a token here. Let's see, is it better to make another Death Touch token, or is it better to go get Strangler guys? I think it's better to make a token. So we bash in with our guys. Yeah, this is actually going to be the play. Hopefully this makes it happen here. So basically, if he has the nothing, then we might possibly come out of this on top. If he has anything, we're just done. Looks like he's got something. Yep, River Snag will do it. Okay. Well, we tried. I think it was probably our best line of play there. Pretty much our only line of play. But unfortunately, he did have the Snapcaster into the snag for the win. Okay, so on to round 4. We will see you for the next round.